place. Can't be tamed. I'm a grenade, light a match like kerosene and make a scene, get a little crazy. I'm confident with the devil's grin, dressed real nice, showing off my silky skin. Real dangerous, making them beg, running wild, got no regrets. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad.
Hey all, this is Nuke with Light the Match. Hey, so I'm converting another audio to video. This one's called The Happy Wife Makes a Happy Life. And, hey, might be a thing, man, because when you don't make them happy, boy, you have hell to pay. And hell hath no pure like a woman scorned. That's what I've heard anyway. And I've experienced it about a dozen, 50 times. Quite a few times. Anyway, so yeah, what I'm doing, this is another one I'm converting to video. Is one of my original ones. It's not very long. Even with the intro and the exit, probably won't be more than 13 minutes. But anyway, this one's about a happy wife, happy life. Has some good points. And yeah, man, keep her happy because then you stay happy. Now keep in mind, I could say, hey, I know for a fact, but I have a 100% fell right relationship, so I'm doing really, really good here. But hey, I'm a 3-time loser. Struck out not once, not twice, 3 times a lady, obviously. So yeah, so this one's about happy wife, happy life, and this is Nuke with Light the Match, and I hope you enjoy it. And hey, also I have a website that will be coming up pretty soon. I'm gonna have a section where you guys can send in anything, send in funny stuff, because hey, I can take anything and turn it into material. So if you guys have any ideas that you want to hear or subjects you want me to go over, hey, let's have this dumpster fire together, because dumpster fires are always better with a friend. Yeah, good big old shout out to Laura Gold. You know who I'm talking about. One of my friends from long ago, lives in Mississippi with her family. I don't know now. She lives with her kids, I guess. Anyway, a shout out to you, Laura. Hope to talk to you soon. Laura Gold. Yeah, I think at one point she was thinking about signing up for the WWE, but something happened, so who knows? We'll have to find out about that later. Huh, Laura? All right, guys. Take great care. This is Nuke with Light the Match. Hope you enjoy.
Hey all, this is Nuke, your host with Light the Match, and I figure we do an episode. We're going to switch it to marriage for a while, at least for this one. We're going to talk about a happy wife. Hey, that ensures the happy life. Look, I believe that. Now keep in mind, look, I get it. I'm single. What do I know? But hey, look, I know people that are married. I know there are some that are happy. I know there's some that are miserable. And I know there's the ones that walk around with acting like they're happy, but straight up, they're miserable. So here, let me help. Now, keep in mind, look, again, I'm not married, obviously. I don't even have a girlfriend, go figure. But, hey, I know the right things. Now, listen, if I'm going to do something I'm going to be passionate about, it doesn't mean that I won't stumble along the way. But, shoot, if I'm going to do something, I go all out, I give it my everything. So this is what I would say. Look, maybe you guys have more noble ideas about making a happy wife, a happy life. Well, here, let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 100. So look, at the end of the day, I just don't want to be complained and nagged at. So, hey, if I can keep you happy and, you can do things for me that, my needs and wants, and look, I'm a guy. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to figure out. But look, a happy wife, happy life, shoot. That's gold. And if you guys don't get that by now, trust me, I'm single. I get it. I'm just not where you're at. Now, listen, you don't even need to be married because, look, in this day and age, some people live together. You say the term still applies, a happy wife, a happy life. If you keep her happy, let's hope and believe if you do that and she's a normal person and not a narcissist, look, you'll have a happy life too. But think about it. Look, obviously, I'm a guy. And look, even though I'm not going to swear and stuff, look, sometimes I'm going to have to take it to the bedroom. And keep in mind, it might not be in the bedroom. It might be on the kitchen table, might be in the backyard, might be behind the local bingo parlor. Look, it don't matter. But look, guys, think about it. You want her to have that intimacy or that dirty, just do the dirty deed. Look, at the end of the day, you gotta warm up the engine before you stomp on the gas. And just because you're with her for a while, well, you think the engine's gonna stay purring? No, you gotta maintain that. So let's set the stage. Let's set the stage. Look, I'm a guy, but look, if I was a girl, how would I feel? Let's set the stage. So listen, we're gonna talk about Judy and Norman. Now, look, they've been married 10 years. They're comfortable. So Judy comes home from a nice day out with the girls, probably shopping at the local store. She comes in. Now, let's set the stage. Norman's laying on the couch. His flannel shirt he's wore for 4 days. That bag of Cheetos, man, it's like half on him. A couple of Cheetos are on the floor. And then you look at him, you gaze at that handsome man that hasn't shaved in 4 days. And he's got that little slobber pooling down out the corner of his mouth because obviously he fell asleep watching a show. Come on now. We both know that girl, the last thing on her mind is going to be, oh, let me go please him. Look, at the end of the day, whatever you had to do to get her, or, hey, flip it around, whatever you had to do to get him, you got to maintain that vehicle. You got to keep that engine purring if you want a payout. Because, look, I'm sorry if I just keep her real. A couple things I want in a relationship. One, communication. Hey, I'm like a dog. Now, to keep I'm not a dog that I'm going to go mess with other dogs. I'm a dog where I want you to pat my head, tell me I'm a good boy, and let me do other things to you. But look, at the end of the day, that's me. But if we want those things, hey, you got to make sure, one, they're happy. Two, they want to give you those things. So think about it. If you keep in mind, this is looking in the mirror. If you do anything halfway, here, I'm going to tie it into a job. Think about this. If you go to the job, and I get it, we all have those bosses we hate. That's another topic. But you go to the job and you do the bare minimum. Why should your boss go out and away, go above and beyond for you to try to get you that promotion, try to get you that vacation you want? You know what? If you want to give your all to anything, I promise you the results are going to be a little bit different. But if you're that Norman laying on the couch, trust and believe, man, she's there because she has time to kill, and she don't know the other options around. So look, trust this. A happy wife makes a happy life. What you had to do to get to her, you got to do that to keep her. And if you keep her anyway, sometimes in life we're in situations where we just feel comfortable, so we're in it. But if you think that other person's happy, they're not. They don't want you laying on the couch with Cheetos everywhere, drool falling down your chin, you doing the bare minimum, you just going to work. And, hey, I get it. You work hard. You come home, and when you come home, you're the king, right? As you open the door, you put your hand to your ear, and you should hear that plate hitting the table. And keep in mind, when it hits the table, there should be mashed potatoes, fried chicken, cornbread, and a slice of pecan pie. And if you've been good, shoot, I don't know, maybe a little something later on. But look, you got to earn that, man. If you want to be treated like a king, you got to treat her like a queen. And look, I'm trying to tell you what, it does take a special one to win my heart. But if I'm going to be with you, man, you're going to be my goddess. You're going to be my queen. Because if you're not, why even try? So look, whatever you do had to get her, or vice versa, whatever you do had to do to get him, you got to maintain that. Now, keep in mind, I'm just not talking about my butt, even though I probably am. Look, I know what I have to offer, but I can only lead you to water so many times before you drink. But if you have something great already and you want to keep that, and you wonder why she's always having a headache, or shoot, I don't know. But the biggest thing, if you want her to treat you like that king, or you're the female and you want to be treated like that queen, man, do what you want to, give what you want to get. I mean, I don't know why I have to teach this, but look, I know all of you can relate. If you're one of those ones that do the bare minimum, hey, be happy with what you get. And guess what? You'll be lucky if it's the bare minimum. But if you want something amazing, man, you got to give amazing. You got to give it your all. And if you have that passion, look, I don't care what it is. If there's something important to me, there is nothing going to stop me to get what I want. But what I've learned over years, if I want to keep that, I got to maintain that energy. You know, it's a lot like a lot of things in life, but I do believe that a happy wife makes a happy life. One, not just for my selfish reasons. I just don't want to be complained at. Because look, I get it. I'm going to be complained at because look, the important things, I'll remember those. If you say, hey, Brian, what you're going to do is you're going to get this on this night. I will remember this. But keep in mind, the garbage I may forget. But look, no, overall, a happy wife does make a happy life, or whatever your partner is. But that goes both ways. It's not just the guy's responsibility. If you want to be treated like a queen, treat him like a king, and that's the bottom line. But that's all I had to say about that. But look, and it's just not being nagged. If I'm with someone, man, I want them to feel it. I want them to never wonder if my dude's into me or, hey, if my girl's into me. We shouldn't have to wonder. That person should know. That person should know. That person should know, you know what? My person's into me. Keep in mind, you're always going to have that one-off where you can treat them like a king or a queen and they're still going to be dirty to you. That's a them problem, not a you problem. That's a character problem based on them. But overall, I do feel that. But hey, that happy wife, happy life. Hey, what is that other saying about the spouse, a happy spouse? I don't know what it is. It goes both ways. But I promise you this, guys, if you want to get that little at the end of the evening, man, put it in the work. What, you just think they're going to come in and see us laying there? Because look, we all let ourselves go. I don't care who you are. We all let ourselves go. If you think they're going to come in and they're going to drop to their knees and be like, thank you for bestowing this king to me, man, wake up. This is your wake-up call. If you want life to start delivering you, I don't know, golden coins, golden trophies, man, this is not the participation trophy era. Man, you got to earn it. If you want that roster spot, you want to be a top draft pick? Hey, do the work, and that means maintain the work because we can always let you go down to a lower team. So, look, this is going to wrap it up. Again, just say, give what you get. And this is with anything in life, whether you have a job, whether you are doing anything, what you put in is what you're going to get out. So keep in mind, if you want to be treated like that king, you treat her like the queen and vice versa. Just because, hey, ladies, this is for you. Just because you're beautiful and you know us, all those guys want you, you still got to give what you get. If you want to be that taker, trust and believe we see you and you're not hard to spot. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. This is Nuke. This is Light the Match. You guys have a great one, and I am out. Take great care, guys.
All right, hey, but this is Nuke again. I'm back. Yeah, I figured after that audio converting to video, I remember the beginning. I did a shout out to Laura Gold and said how she was going to get in the WWE. Well, basically, what happens? Look, she's improved herself, but she was messing with a married guy. Obviously, her husband wasn't keeping her a happy wife, happy life, so she was divorced, had 4 kids, 9 baby daddies. But anyway, what happened, man, she just wasn't happy. So she was in a bad spot. Now, keep in mind, she's improved herself. But what happened, man, the happy wife, happy life. Let's put it this way. I got the shovel. She picked the plot of land. Shoot, maybe somewhere back in the backwoods of Mississippi, you might be missing a WWE superstar, because I tell you what, he was with the WWE, and he might be missing in the back roads of Mississippi. All right, hey, no, shout out to Laura Gold. She was actually a really good friend and still is. She isn't in prison yet, so stay out of trouble there, Laura Gold. But hey, this is Nuke. I'm going to wrap it up with Light the Match. You all have a great night. Take care. See you soon.